Joining us now in Studio B is the supermom, mother of 4, who just qualified for the Olympics. It is
The Olympic
Rena
trials.
Chesser, the Olympic trials. Rena Chesser. Rena, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
First thing I noticed when you walked in is your shout out to your hometown, Beaver,
Beaver
Utah.
track and field, woo!
That's the first mention of Beaver track and field in this program ever. So
It might be the only one, too. Who knows? Who knows? What goes into qualifying for the Olympic trials, if you can sum that up in a few minutes?
So this year you have to hit a qualifying standard, and if you hit it, you go. There's not an A and a B standard like there used to be. So I got it, barely. I hit it. I'm so happy.
Where did you do this?
It was at Occidental College, the Hoka 1-1 invite. Ran a 9:52, qualifying's 9:53.
Wow. Okay.
Very happy.
Okay, so I mean, what's the goal now? You've qualified for the Olympic trials. Obviously, you want to get to the Olympics, but what's the mark? I mean, what are you aiming for?
So I would really like to make finals. If I could make finals, that would be the cherry on top.
How many make it? Is it 3 or 5?
12.
12.
So 24 go, and the top 12 make finals, and then the top 3 go to the Olympics.
Gotcha. And where do you rank currently?
I don't know what I'm ranked, actually. I know that I'm the top 24.
There you go. That's
Yep.
enough. What did that mean to you to qualify for the USA Olympic trials?
This is a goal I set in 2005, and I've always been consistent in trying to attain that. It's always been at the back of my mind, and I just feel really blessed this year because there's been a lot of struggles in my life, and it's all I just feel really blessed that it's all come together right at the last minute, and I've been able to make, this has been a dream of mine. So I just feel really excited.
Where do you find time? I can tell. Yeah, just a little bit. Where do you find time to train for such a grueling event with 4 kids?
I have the best family in the world. I moved back to the States 8 months ago, and my family has watched my kids every day for me so I can go run. And I train in Beaver. I've trained by myself for 4 years. I haven't had a coach or anyone. So to me, this is just like doing the impossible, kind of.
The steeplechase is an interesting event because it's the one with water, the average fan.
And
one
the
with water,
barriers.
and the barrier. And what was her name? Katie Andrews, that the BYU girl?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
some BYU fans are familiar with, that viral video and whatnot. But tell us about the unique training that maybe goes into the steeplechase that isn't standard for normal track and field because you do have this water and this big hurdle.
Yes, you've got to be athletic. You got to be able to jump over the barriers and jump the water pit and know when you're getting really tired, okay, I've still got to jump. I've still got to focus on this barrier and hit it, go in hard. So, you got to be brave to jump over those and not worry about biffing it.
So how do you train for that kind of event, the steeplechase?
So Coach Shane at BYU, he helped me a lot in getting down good technique, and we do sandpit jumps and things like that. So I actually was really terrible at the steeplechase my first year, and I just really buckled down and tried to get the form really good, and was able to do that.
Your first year, when was that?
So 2003.
Because in 2005, I believe you were tops in the NCAA, correct?
Correct, yes. And I was a walk-on to BYU's team also. So I was able to get I think it's because of the form. I was able to really work on that form and get it down really good that I could get over the barriers and off the water pit good to get that.
So when's your motivational book going to hit the stands?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what everybody's like, where's the story? Where's the movie? I'm buying it.
This is the beginning of it, yeah. So in 2005, you win the steeplechase in the NCAA. Here we are in
third place, yeah.
Oh, sorry, third place.
Yeah.
It's 2016 now. So how did you kind of resurrect your career in a way, right?
Yeah, I had injuries and illnesses and, the birth of the twins. And there was a lot of things that kind of held me back, but I knew, I had a really good friend that said if you just stay consistent, you can get it. And I knew that was something that was always possible for me.
Yeah.
So I never gave up on it, and I just feel really blessed.
What a fantastic story. We are pleased to be joined with Rena Chesser, who has qualified for the Olympic trials in the steeplechase. representing Beaver, Utah,
Yeah.
which is just I love that. I mean, small town Utah.
I just try not to get a ticket. As I drive by. That's the idea.
And the Beaver
Exactly.
Pass
Exactly.
is brutal.
Real
You got to
deal.
hold the speed limit through
It
there.
is
I
brutal.
man. Look out.
Holy cow! Yeah, for all BYU fans that have ever driven
We gotta
south to
pay-
Las Vegas.
You got to pay for the track and field team somehow.
How do you know of any other mom that has had twins and qualified for any Olympic trial after that?
There's a girl named Claire Peterson who ran, I think she has 4 kids now. And she was trying for the Olympic trials in the marathon. But I don't know if there's anyone in track.
That's
so I just
crazy.
feel it's really cool.
How old are you?
33.
33. So what's the average age of those who are in the U.S. Olympic
I would say
trials?
in the 20s.
In the 20s. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's another element to this kind of underdog story, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I've definitely noticed in the last couple of years that it takes a lot longer to recover from workouts and injury.
Give us an idea of like how much longer you're talking about. and
Yeah.
what that's
Well,
like.
like a couple months ago, I just hit my shin on a step stool in my house.
That feels good.
And then I was out for like 2 weeks. I had to cross train because I just knew if I kept running on it, it was going to turn to stress fracture. Whereas if you're in your 20s, it just bruises and
Like
you just keep
Wolverine,
running.
you just
yeah.
heal.
You just go
Yeah.
eat some Oreos and you're good. You know?
Exactly. There you go. Lick the icing.
Throw it in.
Give me an
yeah.
idea of this. So my Spanish teacher, Mr. Cabanillas in high school, he would win the Des News 10K every year in Salt Lake. And he would say, "You can just drink soda. It's all good." And I was like, "What?" Because I was on the cross country team.
Yeah.
What's your take on drinking soda and
Soda?
still being
Oh,
able to run?
That's funny.
Because like all distance runners are like, "Don't do it." Don't do it."
Yeah, you know what? I actually, I don't think it really matters, but personally, when I was 14, I challenged myself to not drink soda pop because my older brother didn't, and I haven't drank it since, although I'm still
What?
tempted by it. Like,
In
it's still
19 years, you haven't consumed soda? Like,
No.
like not a single time.
No. Well, okay, there was one time at a BYU, meeting, they had a drink, and I
How
sipped
dare
it,
you.
But it was soda, so I, spit it into my napkin.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Okay, and you were 14?
14.
That's
when I said
hilarious
that.
because when I was 14, when I was in 8th grade,
Eighth
I made a
grade,
bet
yeah.
with my parents that I wouldn't drink soda for a year
Yeah.
because I wanted golf clubs.
Oh, okay.
So I went the year,
And
but as
then
soon
you
as I
start
got my
back
golf
up.
clubs, it was
You're
back
back
on
on.
with the soda.
Not new, baby.
Holy cow. That boggles my mind.
Yeah. It does still smell really good.
No one's described the smell of soda in my life. I've never heard anyone say that ever.
Holy cow. If you were ever going to break that streak, what soda would it be that did you in?
I don't know. I used to have Diet Coke with lemon
Okay.
squeezed into
Yeah,
it. My
yeah.
dad used to always have that. So
I'll-
either that or Sprite, maybe.
Sprite.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what it'd be. It'd be the Brazilian drink of Guaraná in Rio.
In Rio,
That's
yeah.
what it would be.
Okay.
Guaraná.
That
There
would be
you
awesome.
go. Why is it called the steeplechase? Are you like a historian on this event? Do you know why and how it even
No,
started?
I just know there's a horse race called the Steeplechase, and maybe they're just trying to mimic it.
The steeple is the big hurdle, right?
The steeple, yeah, it's a barrier, so it's like a 3-foot barrier, and if you hit it, you fall. It doesn't fall over like a hurdle,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we learned that last week, right? That
Yeah,
it's
Why,
did you
called the
jump over it?
steeple.
We,
Oh.
we learned that it's a steeple. Yeah, last week.
We're always learning in Studio B.
Exactly.
How do you deal with the conditions of, this is going to be weird, but I'm bothered when my shoes are wet. How do you handle that situation?
yeah. So you want to try to hit 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You'll have 1 foot the whole race wet, but
Do you have socks on?
sometimes no, I don't wear socks. Yeah, that'll
The whole
slow me down.
Yeah.
They have good shoes now. They make lots of holes in them so that water can run out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Describe to us what the now that you've had several days or I think a week or two, right, since you
2
qualified.
weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh,
2
wait,
weeks.
a week. Maybe we can. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
It's been an
Yeah.
exciting time, regardless. Of what you think July 4th is going to be like when you're at the USA Olympic Trials in Eugene, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Tracktown USA.
Yeah. My nerves are definitely going to be up, but I'm really excited. I think that I've raced there before. I've had really good races on that track, and so I'm really confident going in to just try to stick with the top girls and just hold out because I think it's like the top 4 in each heat go automatically
To the finals.
to the finals and then the next top times. So if I can just grit it out the last 3 laps, that's where the race really starts.
Have you set like a mark Like, I know you ran 9:52 to qualify for the trials. Like, is there a number in your mind where, like, hey, I need to hit this mark to get in the finals most likely?
Yeah, I have to run about a second faster per lap.
So a 9...
So like a 9:40, I think a 9:44 will get me to the finals.
9:44.
And I think I'm capable of doing it. I just got to have the right mindset and just get in there and grit it out.
Wow, what a fantastic story.
Rena, how did you get involved in steeplechase?
So growing up in Beaver, they have a race called the Bee Run, and back then they took you up to the Bee Mountain and you run down and you jumped over fences and water, rivers and streams and tried to get back to town. And I loved it. And in high school, I wanted to do the hurdles, but my coach said, no, you're a distance runner. So I was really bummed about that. So when I got to college and I heard there's a distance hurdle race, I was really excited about that.
You had to jump over fences?
I jumped over fences and
Like, how
rivers
high are these fences? Like chain link?
No, like wooden ones.
Okay.
Yeah, you like climb it halfway and jump over and then run off.
Yeah. Spencer had to jump over a fence one time getting into the Houston Texans.
venue. I did have to do that. You
Was
know
it
what?
you or was it Tom Homo?
You know who else had to do that? Tom Homo. Yeah. I watched the athletic director climb like a 15-foot fence at one point. We'll have to get the details from Tom on that. Okay, before you go, one, you need to sign our flag because we
Yay.
definitely want your autograph.
The first from Beaver, Utah.
Yes,
I mentioned that.
and we would like to give you what we like to call the BYU Sports Nation Karma, where great athletes come on the show, and you're already great, so we benefit from having great athletes on the show, but you're just going to perform that much better now because you have the BYU Sports Nation Karma.
Get to 9:44. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.